Batman, a moniker so omnipresent in pop culture, it's hard to imagine a time when the Dark Knight was not guarding the rooftops of Gotham City. One actor, however, managed to take the role and make it uniquely his own.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
That is Michael Keaton, known for his work in dramatic and comedic roles, donned the iconic look in the late 80s and early 90s, bringing a new dimension to the character. The relevance of his portrayal is reflected in the way it shaped the Batman narrative in both the comics and subsequent adaptations, creating a darker, more complex vision of the superhero. At the time, the casting of Batman was associated with the 1960s television series starring Adam West. Many fans at that time were skeptical about the choice of Keaton, best known for his comedy roles, to play such a character. However, under the direction of Tim Burton, Keaton's Batman was instrumental in redefining the character, moving away from camp and into a realm where superheroes could be dark, conflicted, and deeply human. His journey as Batman began with Tim Burton's 1989 film, aptly titled Batman. The film was a risk for Warner Brothers, moving into a darker, more complex portrayal of the comic book hero. Now the character was different. While retaining the suave charisma of Bruce Wayne, his Batman was a creature of the night, brooding, an intense figure that was as intimidating as he was enigmatic. Keaton brought a depth and complexity to Batman that had not been seen in prior adaptations, exploring the duality of Bruce Wayne with a subtle intensity. The film was a critical and commercial success, and Keaton's performance was praised. Tim Burton's gothic aesthetic and Keaton's performance introduced the audience to a darker, more conflicted Batman, setting a new precedent for future Batman films and the superhero genre as a whole. Michael Keaton played Batman in two films, Batman 1999 and Batman Returns, both directed by Tim Burton. In Batman, released in 1999, we're introduced to Bruce Wayne, a billionaire philanthropist who moonlights as a vigilante to protect Gotham City from its seedy criminal underbelly. The main antagonist in this film is the Joker, played by Jack Nicholson, falls into a bath of chemicals during a confrontation with Batman, which disfigures him and drives him insane. As the Joker, he goes on a crime spree in Gotham with a particular interest in Vicky Bale, a photojournalist and Bruce Wayne love interest. Batman eventually defeats the Joker, saving both Vicky and the city. In 1992, Batman Returns, we see Batman go up against two villains, Oswald Cobblepot, the Penguin, played by Danny DeVito, and Selina Kyle, Catwoman, played by Michelle Pfeiffer. Cobblepot, a physically deformed man abandoned by his parents to live in the sewers, and assembles an army of misfits with a plan to take over Gotham. Meanwhile, Selina Kyle is a shy secretary who transforms into the whip-cracking Catwoman after a near-death experience. Both villains have their unique arcs and confrontations with Batman, leading to a multi-side conflict that ends with Batman overcoming the odds. Throughout both films, Batman Bruce Wayne is portrayed as a brooding and tormented figure, haunted by the death of his parents. He struggles to balance his dual identities and often finds himself emotionally distant due to his responsibilities as Batman. However, despite his difficulties, he remains committed by protecting the city, no matter the personal costs. Michael Keaton's tenure as Batman was filled with so many standout moments that have since become iconic of the Batman lore. One of the most memorable scenes comes from the 1989 Batman, in which Batman confronts a thug on a rooftop. In this scene, Batman, shrouded in shadows, grabs a criminal and gruffly demands, "I am Batman."
Who are you? I'm Batman.
You are?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
This simple line, delivered with such intensity by Keaton, will become a defining phrase for the character, echoed in subsequent adaptations and solidifying Batman as a figure of fear for Gotham criminals. In Batman Returns, a standout moment occurs when Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle, unknowingly Batman and Catwoman, dance at a masquerade ball. They're the only ones not wearing masks, a symbol of their true identities being their masked alter egos. This scene encapsulates the duality of their characters and the tragedy of their circumstances. And Keaton's performance in this scene is absolutely mesmerizing. Another defining moment is the final confrontation between Batman and the Joker on top of Gotham's cathedral in the 1989 films. It's a climactic battle that encapsulates the dark, gothic atmosphere of Tim films and showcase Batman's determination. The best part of these films was his portrayal. While Michael Keaton's Batman didn't have traditional crossovers with other superheroes as we see in today's cinematic universe, his influence was felt across the genre. His portrayal of Batman laid the groundwork for future collaborations and crossover, showing the potential for complex interconnected narrative within a shared universe. Now, in recent development, Michael Keaton's Batman is making a comeback in the DC Extended Universe, The Flash, which will explore the concept of a multiverse. This is an exciting development for fans of Keaton's Batman, and it shows how his portrayal continues to resonate with audience, even years after his initial appearance. His crossover into the superhero landscape is a testament to the enduring impact of Keaton's Batman. Michael Keaton's Batman films from the late 80s to early 90s introduced several captivating plot points that added depth and intrigue to the Dark Knight story. These films explore the origin of Batman, his conflicts with iconic villains, and struggles he faced as Gotham City's protector. Batman finds himself caught in a web of personal and moral conflicts as he fights to protect Gotham City from these villains while facing his own inner demons. Throughout both films, the dynamic between Batman and his alter ego Bruce Wayne is a central focus. Keaton portrays the internal conflict within the character. It's so interesting how we're gonna get Batman again in The Flash, releasing June 2023. As Michael Keaton prepares to return for the role in the upcoming film The Flash, his legacy of Batman's will always be. The anticipation surrounding his reprisal demonstrates the enduring love and appreciation for his character, reaffirming the lasting impact he has had on the character and the superhero genre. Let's see his iconic and beloved interpretation in The Flash. Now you're caught up on Michael Keaton's Batman films, you should be ready to dive into The Flash. Enjoy the movie.